Well, hello, friend. I did 3 this time. What the heck? I'm off my game. Well, hello, friendos. Welcome to today's video. And this one right here, we are doing another in my series of palettes you might be sleeping on. So today's amazing palette is going to be from one of my favorite eyeshadow brands, McGrath Labs. We're going to be talking about the original Subliminal Palette. Now, one of you asked me if I'd be willing to do a couple of looks with this palette. Y'all know I'm normally a warm tone girl, but this is my #1 favorite Pat McGrath palette of all time. It's obviously very cool toned, so you know it has to be amazing for it to be in my #1 place in my heart. So of course I was happy to dive right in and show you all 2 looks with this palette. So if you are curious about this palette, please just keep on watching. So first thing on my Sigma E65, I'm going in with the palest nude shade in the palette. Well, palest matte shade in the palette. Next, on my Unit 201 brush, I'm going in with the shade right next to it. It's the darker matte. And she's darker than what she appears in the pan, so just beware of that. And Pat McGrath mattes are stereotypically a little on the dry side, but as you can see, they do blend out with ease. They're just a little bit harder to pick up on your brush on some shades than what you would get in a Natasha Denona palette. Now, the next shade that I'm dipping into is this one right here. It has a satiny finish in the pan, but I can blend both of these shades right here and here into practically a matte finish. I went a little higher than intended, so I'm going to go back in with the initial shade that we started in and just kind of go around the perimeter and buff these 2 together. What I'm going for is a nice, sultry, classy, smoky eye. Gonna deepen up the outer corner again. I'm going in with one of my favorite shades of all time. It's this gorgeous pale gold shade. And I will be spraying my brush to spark that intensity. Oh. And I could build this up on its own, guys. I promise. I don't actually need to spray it, but I'm just doing it to save time, so that I don't have to spend as much time on building it up. Guys, tell me this is not the most beautiful pale gold shade you have ever seen. So reflective, so pretty. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'll go with the Skin Show Nude shade. Just in case you're not familiar with these palettes, it's always this one right here. Spraying it, popping it right on. Now I'll do my other eye off camera. We'll come back and we'll pair this with some lipstick. So I'm going with Real Her Metallic Bronze Eyeliner on my waterline. Now I'm going to polish off my look with my Nabla Soft Touch lipstick. This is one of my favorites and I found it. It is in the shade Chloe. Friendos, you have no idea how badly I want to reach for my P. Louise lip liner right now, but I hid it from myself because I kept using it in every video. So we're going to go with the Buxom Dolly Danger Plumping Lip Liner today. This one is really good too. It's just, you guys know I love my P. Louise. I think it's my favorite. It's also been over a year since I've had my lips filled, so I'm thinking about having them refilled again on my next trip to Florida. And I'm going in with Mud Slide by Buxom. This is their full-on lip cream. And Friendos, I think we're done with this look. Tell me what you think. Just kidding. All right, on to the next. All right, P. Louise base is down. Let's get started with this shade right here. Next, I'll take Skin Show Nude on my Natasha Denona number 9. That's gonna go from the center of my lid to the corner. And that's just to give me a base because the next shade is a topper shade. Then on that same brush, I'm going to go in with the lavender gray shade right here. Next, on my Unit 201, we're going in with this black matte shade. Going back in with the same shade we started with, that pale little taupe shade. Now this is where we're going to start building up the drama. So this pink and blue duochrome is meant to be a topper shade. I'm going to build this up to the point where it's more of a glitter shade. So I'm just making the rounds, if you will. Getting as much product on there as I possibly can. And then I'm going to spray my brush. Then on my Natasha Denona number 1, I'm going to go in with this gorgeous blue shade. Then on my Sigma E36, we'll go in with the darkest taupe shade. And then the lightest one right above it. All right, I'm gonna do my other eye off camera. I'm gonna add liner and lashes, and then I'll be back to finish up the video. So to finish off this one, you guys, I'm going in with the McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in the shade Suburbia. Going in with some Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. I forgot to put on my lashes. Let's do that, and then I will finish up with some blush. And I'm going to finish this off with a little blush from Flesh. And I really hope that Flesh makes a comeback. I heard they were going out of business from one of my subs. Oh my goodness. I don't want them to go out of business. And Friendos, this is our second look. What do you think? Friendos, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and seeing why I think this might be a palette that it's possible you're sleeping on but shouldn't. Because this look, I'm serious, is magic. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. It's the oldest from McGrath Labs, so she doesn't get the love that she used to. So hopefully, if you don't own this palette already, or if you've never seen it in person, you can see why I am so enamored with it. So now I want to know from you. Can you tell me a palette that you think I might be sleeping on that I should pick up? Something that's older or something that just flew under the radar? Please let me know. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Also, you might have noticed that there's a pretty big discrepancy on how I looked in the first video versus how I looked in the second. It's because I got a sty. And so I couldn't record for a while, and then all these new releases came out, and then I had to do reviews for those. So that's why my hair looks dramatically different from one look to the next. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead, or night, depending on what time you're watching. Please give this video a like if you liked it. Please give this video a like if you didn't. It really helps me out in showing up in the algorithm, so thank you guys so much. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't done so already. If not, we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, bye.